y'all know what time it is. It's that boy who? It's that boy what? It's that boy Ralphy. And yes, it is keeping it real with Ralphy. And now y'all are probably wondering why I'm here and what's the topic of the day. So the topic of the day is, of course, to all my wrestling fans out here. Excuse me, y'all. To all my wrestling fans out here, to all the AEW, to all the no, I'll take that back. We probably ain't really got too many fans of AEW, which we could all honestly be honest. But to all the people of AEW, I mean to all the people that watch AEW and try to support it at least, knows what's going on with AEW, of course. But I'm not even gonna say here. A lot of y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't gonna say I'm a fan of AEW, but to the minority of wrestlers that's in AEW, I know some history of, and I've watched when they was in the independent circuit. Now you feel me? Now that they actually we actually get a chance to see them on TV more often than what we used to see. Of course, you got Will Ospreay, you got Swerve Strickland, of course, the AEW World Champion. John Moxley, aka as we knew him in WWE, was Dean Ambrose, Kenny Omega, O'Connor, the Young Bucks. Who else? Yeah, you had the Young Bucks. Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta. You had it was quite some of them that I know that tried to like. I know it was some of them I know that used to wrestle in WWE. So, but anywho. Get down to detail with AEW, and it's just because I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to anybody that sit here and knows me. I am a huge fan of wrestling, and I ain't gonna, like I said, I grew up. Of course, I grew up around the time of the Attitude Era. I damn for sure but I grew up around the time of the Attitude. I grew up in half of the time of the Attitude Era because of course, I'm a '90s baby, but. Then I mainly grew up during the Ruthless Aggression era of WWE, and I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. Around that time, you feel me? Around that time, I ain't gonna lie. WWE was hot, and not even gonna hold y'all. Of course, anybody that knows the original OG of TNA that people used to watch that literally sat there and thought that WWE was gonna take out of business, but the whole time they didn't. But long story short, going back towards AEW, like I said. Literally sitting here like watching AEW every Wednesday night. I mean, watching it every Wednesday night, watching it every Friday, and watching it every Saturday night. You feel me? You got AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, and AEW Collision. And it's just, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Don't get me wrong. Now, when AEW first came out, probably like about 5 years ago. I'm not even gonna sit here and hold y'all. AEW was hot because at the time, you feel me? At that time, WWE booking was horrible. You feel me? Like when I say horrible, like around 2018, 2019, those were the year that WWE booking was horrible to me, and it was just like, you feel me? Like they made at that time, that's when they made Kofi Kingston the WWE champion. They made Seth Rollins the Universal champion, and it was just like. And it was, you feel me? Don't get me wrong. Not get me wrong. It actually felt good to see Kofi Kingston as the WWE champion, and it actually felt good. It actually felt good to see Seth Rollins as Universal champion. But it was just how they was being booked, of course. But the thing about it with AEW, you feel me? A new company just to start off, of course. And at that time, that's when they had Cody Rhodes. That's when they had Cody Rhodes still, which I'm pretty sure people knew Cody Rhodes was one of the co-creators of AEW. But it was just, of course, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. AEW to the minority of wrestlers that's on AEW. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. It's just don't get me wrong. Like I said, when AEW first started, when AEW first hit the map, first hit the scene, I ain't gonna lie, like I said, AEW during 2019, 2020, and 2021, AEW for them 3 years, it was good. From 2019 all the way to 2021, it was good for them 3 years. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all, because it was just, of course, you feel me. You get now all of a sudden you get all these new wrestlers out here. You feel me? Well, not even new. They've been wrestling for a while, but you finally get these wrestlers out here that can actually, you feel me, that can actually perform in front of probably, well, an AEW reference, you probably can up to a thousand people, because I'm pretty sure AEW hasn't hit that mark yet where they didn't had where they was even close to, well, no, not to them, no. If you watch the past, I think that was All Out, All In or All Out, whatever that pay-per-view they call that. But long story short, like, it's so crazy because, like, I'm not trying to sit here and talk bad about any wrestler that goes to AEW. You feel me? Especially some of these wrestlers that, you feel me, that it came from New Japan, that it came from fucking, I mean, that has come from New Japan, and that has came from what was that other wrestler promotion? New Japan, and you feel me, that something probably that wrestled the TNA in the past. But long story short, like, to some of the wrestlers that came from WWE, like Keith Lee, Rusev, Adam Copeland, Mercedes Moon, damn, it's plenty. It's Dean. Well, no, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna sit down and lie to you. Out of all the wrestlers that came from WWE, not all of them hasn't had the success they supposed to have. If you technically want to be honest and real, Keith Lee is probably one of the most talented superstars AEW could probably have, because for him to be, I think Keith Lee is like 330 pounds. Keith Lee is like 330 pounds by himself. And what's so crazy behind this situation, he has not been, I think, from what I've heard, he's injured, from what I've heard. But the thing is, it's just like, y'all not, like, Keith Lee hasn't had a match on AEW since. He hasn't had a match on AEW. I want to say he hasn't had a match since probably the Ring of Honor pay-per-view against Shane, I think his name is Shane Thornton or Shane Taylor, whatever his name is. I forgot that man's name. But Keith Lee is probably, like I said, Keith Lee's probably one of the best signees that they probably had. And reason meaning why I say that, because it's just like, if y'all really want to technically be honest with Keith Lee, for him to be 330 pounds and be able to move the way he moves, the man has the strength of Big Show. He has the strength of Big Show. He has the strength of the Big Show, and he has the speed. He has the speed of Rey Mysterio. And it was just, you feel me, for y'all not to utilize that, and for y'all not to make him into a superstar like he's supposed to be, it's crazy to me. And it's just like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Probably the main two things that's going good for AEW right now, and I could keep that all the way 100 and be completely honest. The main two good things that's probably good for AEW. You got MJF, that's number one. Then you got Swerve Strickland, that's your AEW World Champion. Them are probably the two good things that's going good for AEW. Other than that, everything else is kind of like horrible to me. Adam Copeland, aka Edge, just had to give up the AEW TNT title because he tried to he jumped off a cage awkwardly and hurt his knee. Well, I forgot what part of his leg is fractured, but he didn't threaten that he needs immediately surgery for it. So God knows how long he's finna be out. And then it's just like, going back towards Adam Copeland, aka, as we know him, Edge. My whole thing with him is, and it's just like, I would truly and dearly hope that was a little thing he was reading off of when he said AEW is where some of the best wrestlers come, which is crazy. He's not lying, but it's just like, where AEW is wasting a lot of potential talent. Like when I say they're wasting a lot of potential of talent around WWE, and that's just being completely real and honest with me. Because my whole thing with this is, like, all the superstars and the talent that y'all have, it's in my opinion, it's all a waste. If you technically want to be real and honest. Like they don't have the proper storylines like they supposed to. They're not. You feel me? Like it's just like it's basically like working it's basically like working a retail job. You feel me? When you actually like when it all comes down to it, if you have poor management, they just gonna throw you to the wolves. That's basically how AEW is being ran. Tony Khan ego is overly too high. Tony Khan, I truly and dearly feel like he's rushing everything that he's doing. And basically, what I mean by it is, I feel like he's rushing. He's trying to rush to be better than the WWE, and it's like you're missing it. You're missing the point, and you're missing You're missing the point, and you're missing everything up when it's all said and done. Because there's no way in hell you're actually finna sit here and tell me that you're gonna have fucking, let's see, I'm trying to think. Don't get me wrong, like I said, the only two things in my opinion that's really going good with AEW is Swerve Strickland and MJF. Them two right there, they bread and butter. But then of course, like I said, don't get me wrong. Now Christian Cage as TNT champion and the little faction that he had, it wasn't nothing wrong with it at all. Didn't mind it, but it was just like, it's like, how can I put this with AEW? All the wrestlers that y'all have there are old. You still like Adam Copeland, for example, aka Edge. Well, I'm just gonna say Edge, fuck it. But Edge, for example, like when it's all said and done with Edge, everybody literally sat there and thought that you was finna retire. From the WWE. The whole time you pops up on the AEW's pay-per-view. To basically just sit there and surprise Christian. And it was just like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. In all honesty, in my opinion, I truly and dearly feel like Edge, that's like AEW is a letdown in his career, because all the things that you've done in WWE, and just for you to just sit there and go to AEW, just for you to sit here and try to have dream matches with some of the best superstars, some of the best talent that's there, and all that, it's like it doesn't make sense, because they're not putting you in storylines that make sense. Like I said, now the Edge and Christian situation, I kind of understood the storyline, but then again I didn't. But it's just like now you feel like the situation that he had Marcellus the Black. What did that storyline rely and all that, to the point where it got to that point, like they never broke the story down detail by detail. And it's just like I said, AEW has horrible booking and horrible writing. And then another thing that I got to comment on. So basically y'all sitting here telling me y'all have Mercedes Moon, the CEO, as y'all like to call her now, aka Sasha Banks, as the new TBS champion. Which you feel me? I don't have a problem with that, but it's just like with that situation, to me, it's just like, don't get me wrong, when Sasha Banks was in WWE, she was cool. She was alright. But it was just, you feel me, like, in that perspective of what's going on with her situation, it's just like all this shit just kind of like threw me off a little bit, because it's just like, you feel me, like, what was the point of you going to AEW? Like, what point did you have to prove? If anything, like, I would ever, like, and I ain't even gonna say I'm like, I truly and really asked that question, like, what did the WWE do not for her not for her not to come back? Because if Naomi can forgive them and come back, what's the difference? Because Naomi actually, I think she was gone from WWE probably like a year and a half, and she actually did and she actually went to TNA. Like, she said fuck it, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the WWE, and look what happened. She's back on the WWE TV programming, Even though you feel me, even though as of right now, we're not really seeing the best of her right now, like we supposed to. But it's just, pretty soon, I'm pretty sure Triple H will have something down the line for her and all that with the creative team that the WWE has. But anywho, Mercedes Moon, when it's out, like literally, when it's all said and done. I mean, when it's all said and done with that situation, when it's all said and done with that situation, it's just how are y'all gonna book Mercedes Moon? You feel me? Is y'all gonna book her to the point where she's gonna be, you feel me, just as better as she was in WWE, or no? Because what's the point? And it's just like then like I'm gonna say this. AEW's women wrestling, it's not like they roster is not bad at all. You feel me? But it's just like, I want to say, like when you had Jade Cargill, that literally helped the TBS title for a long period of time. And then it's crazy now. Now that we really look back and think about it, Jade Cargill is in WWE now, and a WWE Tag Team Champion with Bianca Belair, which is not a bad choice, but. And then, of course, going off the basis, Swerve Strickland actually said in a post interview, basically saying, you feel me, he feel like AEW, he said he feel like AEW and WWE should work together, but in state of mind, we all know that shit not gonna happen, because of course Tony Khan ego is too high right now. And then not even just that, Tony Khan is literally sitting there probably thinking in his head that he's winning because all of this and all of that, like just because all the superstars that he has. No, when it's all said and done, and let's just be completely real and honest. Just because you got some of the world's top superstars from around the globe, that doesn't mean that you're winning, brother. When it's all said and done, you feel me? You really gotta sit here and think about it. Triple H has actually been a part of the business for literally over 30 something years with WWE. If not, no. I'm sorry, y'all. Triple H has actually been around with the company for over 20 something, probably like 29 years, like 28 or 29 years at the max. And it's just, you feel me, Triple H has seen the ins, he has seen the outs. And it's just like I said, don't get me wrong, you feel me, even though Roman Reigns is no longer the WWE champion, but the bloodline story in itself was cinema. Cody Rhodes finishing his story was cinema. The return of Randy Orton, all these superstars in WWE that are evolving little by little, and that's actually making something happen for themselves as we speak. But on the other hand, you have AEW. You have AEW, like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying it. The only good thing AEW has good for itself to hold up is MJF and Swerve Strickland. You know, of course, them the only two that's really holding the company up. If you technically want to be honest. And the craziest thing of it is just like I said, I'm not taking nothing away. I'm not taking nothing away from the Young Bucks. I'm not taking nothing away from O'Connor. I'm not taking nothing away from any of them superstars that's in AEW. But y'all probably would have had better shots at WWE if y'all probably would have had to take a back seat for a minute for who y'all was in WWE, or 9 out of 10 Triple H probably would have made y'all into the superstars that y'all could really be, because like I said, WWE is one of the biggest global companies in the market, literally. And it's so what's really crazy behind that situation? Not even gonna sit here and lie. TNA, with TNA popping back up on the scene, I'm truly and dearly happy. You feel me? I'm truly and dearly happy. You feel me? How can I put this? I'm truly and dearly happy. You feel me? That they actually got the name back TNA, and they actually, you feel me? make that they actually you feel me, making every Thursday night worth watching again. And it's just like I said, like I ain't gonna lie, when they changed it to Impact, I kind of sort of knew that was gonna go downhill. But other than that, y'all, it's just like I said, but TNA being back, TNA viewership probably is better than AEW right now. And it's like I said, even when you feel me, even with them having Nick Namis, aka Dolph Ziggler, you know, broken Matt Hardy, with them having the superstars that they have, and that the young superstars that they building up. Not even gonna sit there and lie. Like every storyline in TNA is making more sense than it is in AEW, and I'm pretty sure I have people agree with me with that one. But other than that, y'all, you know, your boy Ralphy. I'm not even gonna sit here and a lot of y'all. You feel me? It has been like the reason why I haven't posted these last few weeks is like I've been kind of, how can I say this? I'm not even gonna lie. My place of employment. You know, of course, I have been working a lot lately. Then on top of that, you know, it's been a lot of personal things going on. So of course, you know, with all that, like with all that's going on, it's just with all that's going on, you know, of course, it kind of made me miss a little bit of time keeping it real with Ralph. But like I said on this video, I am back, and I'm not. You feel me? I'm finna be more consistent than what I was. So, like I said, your boy Ralphy is finna go ahead and get up out of here, and I'm finna just say this. I'm just finna say this real briefly. I'm just finna give a quick shout out to class of 2024. Whether you are eighth grade, whether you are in eighth graduating out of eighth grade going into your freshman, or you graduating out of high school. You feel me? So, like I said, congratulations to all the high school graduates. Congratulations to all the eighth grade graduates. So you feel me? Like I said, y'all keep doing y'all big one. Y'all keep moving on. So hey, congratulations once more. But other than that, your boy Ralphy gonna go and get up out of here. Peace.